Hello, freedom seekers. This is Emilio Trenzado back to you again with the Freedom Operating System, or FOS as I like to call it. Now, today we're going to be talking about the startup capital method and how that's going to help get you to your goals and improve your life. Now, first, we're going to go through the New Jersey. It's actually a polo, but it's from the Zaragoza team in Spain. That's Zaragoza with a Z, and they're in the second league of the La Liga, the big Spanish league. I went there last year, was unexpectedly going through there and visiting without knowing there was a festival, the Festival of Pilar, which is their patron saint, and they have a big festival every year about it. And it was amazing. The energy through the city, the food. Such a great city. I think it's the third biggest city in Spain, which you probably didn't know. But I digress. We're back to FOS, and let's talk about the startup capital method. Now, what is the startup capital method? Now, think about you're starting a business and you've gained startup capital. Isn't it going to be easier to start your business with being able to fund your sales teams, gain marketing, be able to spend a little bit more than just being a bootstrapped entrepreneur? It's going to be easier, right? Now imagine also you've been born into a rich family and you've gained this startup capital. Life is going to be easier in the beginning, right? Anyways, now, how does startup capital and the method work for us at this point? Trying to gain freedom, retirement, whatever you call it. We want to have these crystal clear goals, and we've gained a lot along the ways. We have this specified knowledge that makes us unique, and that knowledge, that uniqueness, is our startup capital. Now, first of all, let's be able to take a deep breath, relax, and just take in your uniqueness, your specialness, what have you gained in this life that you think has helped you, and how can you use that to gain your goals, to get to your goals, to retire, to travel, to do whatever the FOS way is, or hopefully you're listening to because you want to get to the FOS type way and have freedom all across the board. Hack your system, get there. And how do you hack your system and get to your goals? Well, just needing to realize that you already have this startup capital to start your journey to FOS. Again, you use that breathing technique. If you haven't seen the video before, look through the breathing technique. It's one of the first 5. And we talk about breathing in 5 counts, holding it 5 counts, breathing out 5 counts, and holding it 5 counts, and then repeating a few times the same thing. And meditation also, 5-10 minutes of meditation. You can use a CD or a track on, I'm dating myself, track on YouTube that has binaural beats. Put on your headset and relax. Now picture yourself, and what is that uniqueness you have? What are some of these special goals that you love about yourself? What special traits that you love about yourself? And how can you use that to your advantage? This is your startup capital. These are some of the things I gained throughout the last 3 years after I unexpectedly left corporate, or was kind of forced to leave corporate by getting laid off, and going through the trials and tribulations of trying to find a new career path, trying to find new jobs. I finally realized I have this uniqueness. I love travel, and it just comes to me easily. and I used that to my advantage and found ways of using what I had financially and finding a way to travel more, which I did for the last couple of years. I've traveled 3 to 6 months out of the year. Now, what is your uniqueness and how can you use that to get to your goal? And again, picture your uniqueness, but also have and envision a crystal clear goal. And make it a simple one goal, not 50 goals. Let's just pick one of your traits that you love the most. I have optimism and a love for travel. I could use those two and to say, I want to travel more in first class and travel in more luxury. And whichever way, I see it myself, I see myself traveling in a nice hotel, traveling in first class, just enjoying with a champagne in my hand while I'm going through first class with my wife, having a great meal, landing, eating and drinking great, traveling along the sites, having a great tour guide and going through the sites, and just using both of those things and using your uniqueness, your startup capital, and then using your vision of your goal and put those together. And let's take some action towards it after. It's all good to have these, to envision, to relax, but let's take some goals after. Let's just not wake up and do the same thing over and over. Let's wake up, take a deep breath, meditate, use that startup capital to your advantage, make some affirmations using those startup capital traits that you have, and envision your goal, and then take action throughout the day whenever you have a chance. If you're working, then find ways to be more efficient and then get to some time for yourself to take some action towards those goals. Hopefully that was great for you. And again, my name is Emilio Trenzado, and this is the Freedom Operating System. Now, please join my free community. The links are above. I'd like you to go in there and contribute. I have a FOS guide I'd like you to read. And please share this with anybody you think this might touch and help. And have a great day.